Hi everyone! Welcome to episode 69 of Annijuuti Knits. Hi friends! Welcome back to my channel Annijuuti Knits. My name is Anniina and I'm a knitter and a knitwear designer based in Finland. And this is a channel where I share everything about my knitting, my designs, and my knitting projects. So you are most welcome here, and let's get into today's business. I have a little bit of a different setup today. I have been trying to think which is the place to film, and I'm wearing glasses usually, and the glare is a bit of a problem. It's bugging me if I see myself talking and I just have the constant glare. But now I'm trying this little bit of a different setup today. I'm in our bedroom, and yeah, I have a huge table here, which is our bed, and this is the new backdrop. So I removed some frames from the wall so that I can hang my shawl there for you to see or you to enjoy while I speak. First things first, let's do some housekeeping. Like the title already suggested, today is the release day for the Breaking Dawn shawl, and it is now finally out, and yeah, you can grab a copy if you are interested. You can use the code DAWN10 for 10% off until the May 15th, which is Wednesday next week. So yeah, so you can purchase that if you want. The Breaking Dawn shawl is behind me on the wall. It is a medium-sized circular or semicircular shawl, and it uses approximately 200 grams of yarn. I think my sample was 193 grams, if I don't remember incorrectly. But I have put, maybe I will put here the required meterage or the yardages, and you can see for yourself. This is a semicircular shawl that can be knit up with leftovers and parcel skeins. One color, the border color, is the only one that took nearly 100-gram ball. So 20 grams for the first one, and then 35, 55, and 100 grams is what you need. So the Breaking Dawn shawl, and I will be also hosting a Knitalong because I really want to make another version of it. It was a very fun project to make. I think my original sample took me 10 days to make, and I was writing the pattern while I was at it. So it is kind of it's easy enough, and the sections are short enough and easy enough to memorize, or you can follow the charts or the written instructions. And it's breaking down with the, or it's braked, you know the drill. It's divided in sections with garter stitch bands, and that gives you the, you know, a little break in between, and the lace charts or the lace repeats are pretty easy and fun to make. So yeah, I'm making a second one, and if you want to knit one up with me, you can do so, and the Knitalong will go until the end of July. So there's 2.5 months to finish up your shawl, and there will be some prices for the finished shawls, and then for the whip pictures as well. So there will be better prices for the finished shawls, or the main prices are drawn between FO pictures. My second sample will be in this beautiful, very unlike me color. This is my my color of choice. The second skein is already a little bit floppy because I already opened it and reskeined it myself. It's the soft peach, and this is a merino sock from Woolmeonce Fibers. And yeah, this is how it looks on me. I hope it looks fine. We were at the knit event with Laura from Woolmeonce Fibers, and she had her yarns, and I was like, well, this is a color that I wouldn't wear. And then I took a skein and I put it on my face, and she was like, but that actually doesn't look bad on you. And I was like, in front of the mirror, and I was like, yeah, actually it makes me look quite summery. So I will be making a Breaking Dawn single colored one with this color, and this colorway is called Lady of Shallot and Woolmeonce Fibers. So that's going to be my next cast on, and I am actually filming in advance. Today is Thursday, the 9th of May, but this video will be coming out on Saturday, when is the release day for the shawl. But I think that was enough housekeeping for now. One thing, you can find me on Instagram as Annijuuti Knits and on Ravelry as Annijuuti. There is also a group for, or I have a group. I'm not I'm not active at all there, but if you want to have a look, you can. And yeah, that's about it. Today I'm wearing my Tankar tee, which is a pattern from last spring. Last May I released this t-shirt. I'm actually in the process of making a second version, and yeah, I thought to wear it today. Maybe I'll stand up a little bit so you can see. Oh, in this lighting you can actually see that I used two different dye lots, and in real life it doesn't really show, but this changes the colors. So there's this little garter detail, some rip on the shoulder, and just a little bit of shaping under the arms, and nice flowy boxy t-shirt. Yeah, the original sample is made with Drop Spell, which is a linen, viscose and cotton blend. It's very similar to the Sandnes Garn Line, which is also a fabulous yarn to make this tee with. So I have been really happy with this yarn. It doesn't really peel at all, and I was wearing this quite a lot last summer. The only thing that it stretches widthwise and shrinks this way, but I think that's really common with cotton yarns, so I don't think it's the blame for this yarn. So that's that. Now we have everything out of the way, and we have 3 finished objects. I actually already had one of them done last time, but it was sort of a secret, so I wasn't able to show it. And this is the Party Line scarf by Kaci Apple from the Young Folk Knits, and it's this lovely little scarf. Mine is already scrunched up because I was wearing it already. I think I will be wearing it like this, something like this, just around my neck as a little accessory. And the reason why I wanted to test this pattern was that I had a special 50-gram skein of the border mill alpaca rose yarn that my friend Rebecca sent me from Scotland. Now I'm kicking the bed, shaking the camera. So Kaci and I, we are part of this podcaster group chat on Instagram, and she was asking if some of us would love to give this pattern a go. She already had some testers, but she was so kind and she asked if some of us would want to knit it up, and I said yes, because I had this special yarn that this pattern was perfect for. It is originally made for sport weight, which this yarn also is. I think this is a little bit thinner and drapier. I'm getting hot. It's warm, even though it's a small one. It's very drapey because of the rose fiber and the alpaca. I made it exactly to the pattern, and I was intending to wear it as a neck scarf or a head or a little like a hairband kind of a thing. So party line scarf, and this is linked in the description, as is everything else that I talk about. So if you are interested in something that I talk about, you can have a look at the description. But the first finished object was the party line scarf. A fun little snack project. It's really fast to make. I think I did mine in 2 days or so, and yeah, nothing much to say about it. And now that we are in the subject of scarves, I finished something else. This is my Suovilla shawl. I'll pop it on. It's actually the first time that I'm wearing it. I'm thinking of adding some tassels for the tips. Where did I lose the other end? Oh, it's here. There's also one thread that I haven't snipped yet. It's woven in, but yeah. Okay. It's hard to see yourself from the viewfinder. Anyway, I was thinking maybe to add some tassels here so that they will pull the ends a little bit, but that's of course optional. I just had like a little amount left of the red one, so I think it could be fun. It could be fun to add the tassels. Now I'm fiddling with the shawl. So this is the Suovilla Shawl. It is a new design that I made in honor of this yarn. This yarn is called Suovilla, and it is dyed by my friend Anna, and she is the woman behind Lankastudio Suovilla, which is a new yarn dyeing company which specializes in natural dyed Finnish 100% Finship, or not Finship, but 100% Finnish breed yarns. So this is their sport weight base. This is called Riite, and this yarn is 135 meters per 50 gram. They come in 50 gram skeins, so 270 meters, so sport-ish weight. And I have now called for testers for this one. My test calls run always through my newsletter, and yeah, so if you are ever interested in test knitting for me, I recommend you to subscribe to my newsletter, and you will find out all about all the test knits or test knit opportunities. But this is now it's the medium size, I guess. It's not awfully wide. I think it's like 170 here, my wingtip. So it's this much over 165, something like that. And it's 50-ish centimeters from the widest point. It's not exactly triangle. It has, if I fold from the tip, it's a little bit longer from the other end, and it's because of how it's constructed. But I'm actually planning on, or I have written a second size as well. When I had done one of the, like I had knit up 50 grams of the main color, I was like, this is actually the perfect size for a scarf. So let me demonstrate. It would be something like, the size would be something like this. Now you can see the green there, but imagine it's not there. So it would be the perfect size for a little scarf wrapped around your neck once. The scarf version I will just do with one main color and then a contrast color, and I will be making a second sample and in this smaller size, so I will test or have it tested in both sizes, the regular size, which is like a medium-sized shawl, and then the neck scarf version, because in a lot of the countries that or people that are watching my videos or knitting up my patterns, not everyone lives in a cold climate as I do, so a little scarf would be a nice option if you want to knit up that shawl, but you don't have you don't want to use big shawls. I actually thought that I would use the Fiber Co amble for the second sample. I have it in white and in turquoise, and I was already looking to make that shawl, and I think it's a little bit more summery. The Fiber Co amble it's wool and alpaca and nylon yarn, and I have some leftovers from sock projects that I made last year. So that's my plan for the second version, and I don't remember the gauge off the top of my head, but I thought that it's a gauge, I think it's 20 stitches maybe. So you can achieve, or 21, I don't remember. Anyway, 22. I can't remember, but I think you can use whatever from a fingering to a DK weight, because it's a shawl and you know it's not important. The gauge is just a guideline, and if you are using sport and you're matching my gauge, then the yardages will of course be more accurate, but it is a shawl, so it doesn't really matter. I think from 200 gram skeins of fingering weight or even 2 DK skeins, you can whip up that shawl. But that is my Suovilla shawl, and I'm planning on releasing it when we have the Jyväskylä Knit Festival here in Finland. So that will be mid-July, so there is still some time to make up some decisions. But Suovilla shawl was my second finished object, and now let's go and have a look at the last finished object. Here they are. These are just vanilla socks. The yarn is beautiful. It's camijo yarn. It is the colorway, I never remember the name. It's the Tanzania yarn that she dyed, and I made the first sock really fast, and then the second one was a little bit of a slog, and I think I know why. I've explained how I did these socks, so they are pretty much the basic vanilla. There's 20 round cuff, 40 round leg, slip stitch heel flap and heel turn, gusset decreases, and then I did something to enhance the durability, and I did the slip stitches not all over the bottom of the foot, but first I made 30 rounds as I've learned from the Noble Character Crafts Amy, but after I finished the toe with only the 30 rounds before the toe decreases, I realized that my problem area with socks is usually it's in the border or on the border of the toe and like on the sole of my foot. But so I did go back and I did the slip stitches until here, so that the slip stitches are more, or they come a bit further. And I did this to make sure that I won't wear holes to my socks, which I often do. And I think it's a fabulous technique, and I think it's probably very useful as well. But I found that it really distracts the flow. I really love making socks, and I always knit up some socks, and that interruption when you have to, you know, keep on track and stay focused when you're knitting them. It didn't really flow, and I think that's why I had some trouble finishing up these socks. This is the 4th pair for my box of socks this year, so I'm a little bit behind, but that's okay. I think in the summer I will be knitting up more socks, and yeah, I'm really happy how they turned out, and I will be storing them for the rest of the year and gifting them to myself by the end of this year or at Christmas time or something like that. I will show an acquisition here. I don't remember if I showed it already last time, but I will show it here because this is going to be my next cast on. So I ordered some Eldur yarns, self-striping yarns, and here you can see the colors. They are beautiful, and I bought, these are 50-gram balls. So I bought some just Arvetta for the heel, toe, and the cuffs. I think that was a pretty good match, and I will be using that. And I actually thought also that I could pair this with that, because it has those similar teal colors. So if I want to use up the leftovers from that sock, I will be using it for that. And stripy socks, because I am in the middle of the stripy sock cal Knitalong, which is the Raitasukkaralli, and I have my first stripy pair here. They are completely tangled as per usual. So again, this is the same brand, Eldur yarns. I have the tag here. It's a Finnish dyer for stripy socks, and this is the colorway Eldur, which is their signature colorway, and it's a merino sock base. The second pair was a BFL base, and because they are 50-gram balls, I was working on these socks when we were in Helsinki with my husband, and the repeat started over once I had just started the toe decreases, and I didn't have a scale with me, so I was afraid that I would run out of yarn. I had this little, I had 8 grams of this mauve color, which is the perfect match for one of the stripes. Can you tell they are different dyers? Me neither. I think it's perfect match. And I actually started the new, this is actually frogged yarn. It's a little bit noodly. And I started the stripe sequence already in the ribbing. You can't tell. They match perfectly, like perfectly. So what I did, I had started with 2 cuffs and then I separated them, and I worked the first sock, and then I cut the yarn when I came into the mauve stripe so that I can start it with the same sequence. And when we came home, I was actually weighing this and there was 32 grams left. So probably I would have had enough to finish that sock and match the stripes anyway. But I decided to do that and make sure that I don't run out of yarn. And this is everything that I have left from the 8 grams. So I think this is not even 2 grams probably. But I did 15 rounds for the cuff because I was worried I would run out of this color. I could have done 20 now that I know. I did quite a short leg. These are like summer socks and they are a gift. And this person that I'm making these for is always getting holes to her heels, and I tried the slip stitch method here on the heel turn, and then I did 12 rounds or rows, 12 rounds after the heel, or after I picked up for the heel stitches, and so that it will actually cover whole heel under the foot. And I hope this will help to prevent holes in the heels. I always get holes near my toes, but this person wears holes on the heels, on the actual heels. So yeah, yeah, they are pretty much well on their way. Next time you see them, you will see only a picture because I will be gifting these soon. And this is going to be today my Eurovision project. I actually finished the first or the second sock for my vanilla socks. I was here and we watched the first semi-final on Tuesday, and I finished the foot for these, and today is the second semi-final. Today is the Thursday, and I will be making some progress with my striped socks. Okay, and what next? I've actually had quite a bit of this crazy or chaotic cast on energy, as my friend Megha always says. I wanted to cast on all the things. I have started so many little projects, but I didn't bring them all here because we would be here forever, and I don't think it's wise to show everything that you're working on because it gets boring. But I've continued to work on some other things that I have on my needles already, and the first one that I'm going to show you is my Lento sweater. This is a sweater that doesn't really need much introduction. It's also very black, but I've done here, actually I'm sorry, the clicking needles are going to drive me nuts. I'm gonna grab one of them. Here's my marker in the middle of the back where I was last time. I finished my decreases, and I didn't remove these markers yet because I wanted to show them to you again. Because this is very dark yarn, I wanted to show you how I did it. I did mark all the decreases that I made with these stitch markers. There's a little jingly line of markers, but that was the only way that I could actually tell whether I did or didn't do the increases. So that's what I did to keep track. I have actually made this completely to pattern, except I'm not sure if my gauge matches, but that's not very important, is it? If something, I'm a little bit tighter because that's what I usually are or am. And I have 6mm needles here as per suggested in the pattern. I did the color as written in the pattern. I'm just doing everything to the pattern, and this is going to be like a little like a probably like 0 ease on the, or maybe 2 centimeters of ease on my full bust, but because I'm a little bit bustier than, or I'm quite busty, so it will still give me a lot of room around my stomach. And I'm making this for work. I usually always wear these like dress pants, and I wanted something smart, so a mohair and merino and nylon blend it is. My yarns are Cascade Heritage sock yarn, and then I have the Isager mohair, which is lush and beautiful. I'm actually liking the lighting. I think everything focuses quite nicely, and yeah, I don't have much to say about it now. I have just miles and miles of body and sleeves. I'm not exactly sure yet whether I'm gonna do like a little bit of a straight and cinched in cuff, straight sleeve with a cinched in cuff. I think it would be the nicest to make, so probably I will do that. And then it's going to be probably sort of a cropped length, taking into account that I'm always wearing high-waisted pants with this particular sweater. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. It's going to be a work uniform. I hate wearing black, but if I need to, as I do at work, I might as well make something nice and lush for my uniform. So that's what I'm planning on doing. It's now the time of the year when you can use, or you can knit with black yarn without too many issues, because we actually do have light, and it's already middle of May, and we haven't still got the spring weather that everyone hypes about, but it's 2 degrees at the moment. My husband took the boys to the park, and they were wearing all kinds of wintry clothes, but that's the spring in Finland. We still don't have any leaves, any buds even on the trees, so everything is still very, very gray. And it was supposed to snow today, but hopefully that doesn't happen, and we just have to be patient. But it's funny because people, I was like lifting up my glasses, wearing contacts today. Everyone is hyping about the cherry blossom trees and the beautiful spring weather, and I'm like, I'm still wearing wool. But that's Finland for you. Yeah, I have 2 more projects here that I want to show you, and then we will call it a wrap today. As I already mentioned, my next project is another version of the Tankar tee, and I am making it with this lovely silk. I don't know if this is a color for me, probably not, but I don't care because I love it. And This is a little bit too yellow for me, but I'm not going to let it bother me because I love my mustards. I am mocking the gauge a little bit, but I can do that. It's my own pattern, so you can just I always give measurements as I give the gauge, so my stitch gauge matches, which is great, but my row gauge is tighter. This is thinner yarn. This is the BC Garn Soft Silk, which is it's not a DK. It's pretty much like a light DK or heavy sport weight. And I have done some little modifications for this. This is a thinner yarn, but it's also very thick and thin because it's this kind of natural silk. It's actually pretty nice yarn to work with. It's if you've used these more raw silks, you know that it's a little bit ropey, but it's kind of soft, and this has actually been super nice to work with. I have modified the ribbing, and that was because my yarn is thinner and it's more ropey. So instead of a regular 1x1 ribbing, I did some twisted rib. I just wanted to look a little bit tighter and neater, so that's what I did. And I also modified the sleeves, or the edge. This is just a slip stitch edge, what I have in my original sample. But again, the yarn is a little bit, I didn't want it to be loose or untidy, so I added 2 stitches for the whole stitch count, and I did 2 stitch I-cord for the edges, and I think it works perfectly because you don't go back and add an edging. So I think this is a good trick you can do. 2 stitch I-cord, it makes it a little bit tighter and it doesn't seem too floppy or holey. And yeah, I haven't done a ton of progress because I've been working on a secret project that I finally finished. I'm sorry, you're probably very sick of hearing about that. You will know in August. And this is the only amount that I have done, but I made it to the stockinette section, and then I will go and pick up the shoulders. I actually will modify the Tankar pattern as well, because I made the sweater version, and for that version these shoulders are seamed, so you do the front and you start, or you do the back and then you start the front with a separate piece. But what I made with this sweater version is that I picked up the stitches from the shoulder and then did like a cable cast on, and then picked up the second shoulder and then knit the rib. Then you have this piece flopping around, but it doesn't really matter, and then you don't have to do the seaming. It doesn't cinch in so much, and I thought that that's a better way to do it. But I'm not going to fully change the whole pattern. I'm just gonna add some information how you can do either the seaming or then picking up the stitches. I also changed a little bit of the recommended ease for the sweater version, so probably I will alter the ease recommendations. Mine is size 6, and this gives me approximately, it gives me the maximum amount, the 15 centimeters, and now that it has stretched, it is even more. So I think the sweater fits me better. It's size 5, so I will also alter the recommended ease for a 5 to 10 centimeters instead of 15 centimeters as I have in the T pattern. So I think it has a lot of room anyway, and especially with the bigger sizes, the sleeves were a little bit long, so I will tweak the pattern a little bit, and everyone who has already bought the pattern will also get the refreshed version as well. But that's what I've been doing, and that's what I've been thinking, and I'm really excited to get this pattern. I think this fabric feels so nice. I actually have another color. It looked gray, and I think it was named as a gray, but it is very blue. Let me show it to you. I have it right there. This is almost a purple. It's like light blue, light with a little bit of a purpley tinge, and I think it actually works with my complexion way better than the. It's not really true what I can see in the viewfinder, but it is very. It's very purple blue. It actually might work. What would I do with this? Do you have any suggestions? I don't think that I will make another Tankar, maybe like a simple t-shirt. I have 3 skeins of this, so basically I have enough for a little bit longer sleeves as well. I don't know. You let me know in the comments what I should make with this. And do you think this suits me, the color? I think it does. When I opened the package, I was like, oh, it's really blue. And I was like, I'm not gonna do anything with this for myself, but I am trying to find the colors that suits me the best. And I've been doing this, you know, color analysis a few times now, like these online ones, and some pictures give me the light summer, no, the soft summer, which is like all these kind of, you know, blues and pinks and all that stuff. And the other one is because I have a little bit of a green tint to my eyes. I have grayish green eyes, not blue, and it gives me the soft autumn color palettes as well, which includes some oranges, and the mustard yellow is not included in any of them, but I love that color and I'll knit with what I want. But I'm curious to try out some different colors as well and see how they work with my complexion. So maybe a t-shirt of some sort could be nice with this one as well. Final thing, I have this sock project, which is the next thing in line. I already started this a year ago, but not a year ago. I think it was last fall, but then I felt like this is a more summery sock, and I left it then, and I actually asked for name suggestions already a few episodes ago, and someone suggested Crystal, and then I had like this epiphany of a Crystal Creek, which is a place in Australia that I visited, and so I will be calling these the Crystal Creek socks. And here you can see the patterning. This is the back of the sock, and then the front of the sock has these little crisscrosses, and I will be moving forward with these, and I hope to finish these this summer season, because they are very summery socks, and I think I should move forward with them. So that is my plan for the near future. Those were all the projects that I had for you today. I am very thankful that you have watched until the end. There will be no live chat portion. I think I I have sprinkled some information throughout this whole episode. So if you want to join any of my CALs, and actually if you are a designer or a maker and you would like to participate by gifting some prizes, please contact me here on YouTube or Instagram or email, and I would be happy to have some additional prizes if you are so inclined to give them. And yeah, I think that's it for now. I always appreciate all the comments that I get. I will read them all. I will try to answer as many as I can and have time for. But yeah, don't forget to use the code DAWN10 for the Breaking Dawn shawl. And please post your Raitasukkaralli pictures if you are making some stripy socks. So Raitasukkaralli is going until the end of May. And yeah, that's a knit-along for stripy socks. I don't even think that I mentioned it. Did I? Maybe I did. I don't know. If I didn't, I will put a picture somewhere. Anyway, thank you so much for being here, and I had a lovely time chatting with you, or for you, or to you today. And if you are not subscribed to my channel yet, I would highly appreciate if you do so. It helps my channel to grow and to pushed out to more people. And yeah, it's always nice to welcome new people in the community here. Until next time, happy knitting and take care. Bye!